So we're back with the DS1515 Plus again. When we did the initial unboxing and setup, I said that the noise wasn't too bad for something that you stick in your closet. And that is correct. However, I've now moved into the closet, and suddenly this thing is loud as hell. So today we'll be upgrading it with two Noctua fans. So the fans that we'll be using are Noctua fans. They are specifically Noctua NF-R8 Redux 1200. And at 100% these should be below 10 decibels. They have a bit less airflow than the original fans that are very loud. However, since these can always be run on full speed, I don't think there's going to be a problem. But only time will tell. So, changing the fans on the DS1515 Plus is really simple. There are two screws, one on the top and one on the bottom. This will remove the entire fan assembly and expose the 3-pin connectors. So we're going to do the same for the other side. Don't lose the screws. So, and on the bottom here, we'll take a picture of it. You will see the two fan connectors. It's pretty hard to miss them. So, with the fans now removed from the case, we're just going to go ahead and remove the fan cables. So the fans are held in place by 4 screws for each. So I'm just going to try to hold them so you can see them, but of course they are in the corners, like any other fan. So just undo the 4 screws. And the fan should pop right out. So we're going to repeat it for this one. So, to put it all back together, pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to take one of the fans, make sure you orient them the right way so that the Noctua logo is facing backwards, so that the air is actually blown out the back and not through the front. With it in place, I'm going to put the 4 screws in. As always with the fans, you're going to use some force. Oops. So, one done, one to go. So putting the things back in again. Don't forget to connect the cables, or this will be a pretty bad modification. We'll try to get the cable as much out of the way as we can. Doesn't seem to be the easiest thing with these long cables, but at least we don't get it caught on something. Let's see if we can get this done. It's kind of hard from this angle. Yep, looks like we got it. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Same thing for the second one. Try to get this as much out of the way as possible. And you could of course cut the cables, but I don't really feel like soldering today. Might have to do that later anyways. So we're just going to see how this works first before we do anything permanent. Okay, there we go. So I've signed into the DS1515 Plus, and as you can see, first of all, down in the corner, there are no warnings. I have been running this setup for a couple of days now. It shows uptime of 21 hours and 57 minutes, but that's just because I'm working on another video with a UPS, so this has been shut down by some scripts that I've been testing, so that's the reason the uptime isn't that great. If you go into control panel and the hardware and power settings, you will see that I'm running in the cool mode, because I couldn't tell the difference, even with the stock fans, between quiet and cool mode. I'm not sure if it's only me. The NAS is still running the stock configuration for fans. I haven't made any modifications or anything like that because I didn't see any need to do so. The sound is quite a lot less noisy. Before I could hear the fan very clearly when I was sitting in this room. I can't anymore. The only thing that I can hear that is actually coming from the NAS is of course the HDDs working. So that's something that I suppose we could put SSDs in it, but that would be quite an expensive upgrade. So yeah, so far everything is looking good. I will say that this is a very hot room. It can get to about 28 degrees in here according to the ambient temperature on the server. But still, the temperatures are below 40 degrees, which is what I was aiming for. They were usually about 35-36 degrees with the stock fans. So there is of course an increase since the airflow is lower with these fans. However, I haven't seen them go any higher than 39 degrees, so I'm very happy with that, because I think that's what the VD-Red drives are rated for, up to 40 degrees Celsius. So yeah, that's about it. I would really recommend this if you're putting this NAS somewhere where it will be heard by somebody. Also, I will put a link into the video description for a similar Noctua fan that has airflow that is pretty much exactly the same as the stock fans, but that are of course a little louder than these ones, but still a lot quieter than the stock fans. Thank you for watching our video on upgrading the fans in the DS1515 Plus. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.